Well, the NBA season just got entertaining as this week every NBA player wanted to go off for historical performances. Nikola Jokic 61-point triple-double, Giannis had 35, 17, and 20 assists in a game, Paolo had 33, 18, and 8, and there were many more electric performances. The most notable player, however, is Steph Curry, who went off for 52, 10, and 8 in a game this week, and overall this week, Steph was unhinged and showed us exactly why the Golden State Warriors are the NBA's most terrifying team. We'll break down the Warriors, Lakers, and many more teams in this week's episode of In Case You Missed It, the weekly recap on this channel that drops every Monday at 3. I think the sample size is large enough now. The Warriors are terrifying. Stephen Curry is in his prime again, obviously, because what he's doing is off the chain. Jimmy Butler isn't even in playoff mode yet, and he still looks good. Draymond Green is a decoy candidate, and everyone on the Warriors is hitting a stride right now. We've talked about this team constantly all year, whether they can truly contend or not, as they are very flawed on paper, but they just keep winning right now. Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler are putting together an insane run, as they have only lost 2 games over a total above 20. This is insanity. I can't sit here and act like they aren't a top team in a playoff setting in the West right now, and honestly, if Brandon Podziemski wants to keep playing how he played this week, what is going to stop the Warriors offensively, since I clearly don't have the answer. They are connected from their first 5 to their entire bench unit, which is nuts. Warriors ball movement is back, something that has been enhanced and visible through the duration of each championship run from their dynasty. Now it's back again. This has been lacking as the team has struggled with an over-reliance on Steph and isolation basketball, which has been unsuccessful. Backdoor cuts, off-ball screening actions designed to get easier 2-point baskets, which have seriously lacked, are now back in play. Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green are both way too smart for the offensive plays and schemes the team runs to not be successful with how everyone around them can shoot from the outside and finish around the basket, creating wide-open looks at a high rate, causing easier baskets and more efficient scoring. Defensively, the collective IQ is just too high for them to not compensate for the deficiencies they have as a result of lack of size and premier perimeter defensive wings, as they don't have those. As I say this, actually, it was just announced Draymond Green is now the favorite for decoy with minus 475 odds. Like, what? Everything about this team screams championship caliber, and they have been climbing the standings to a point where they are currently the 5 seed, but are still in play to jump to the 3 seed. They were a play-in team before the trade deadline and looked dead in the water. Now, every team I thought, or we even thought, would expose them even after the trade is getting beat by the Warriors. Los Angeles Lakers, Denver Nuggets, both thought to be able to exploit Golden State. Nah, Golden State beat them both on back-to-back nights. Like, I don't think we understand how terrifying this run the Warriors are on right now is. Prime Stephen Curry has always been able to beat the odds even when he's the underdog. Now he looks to be back in that form, but on top of that, he has his best co-star since Kevin Durant, and playoff Jimmy hasn't even made his appearance in the Bay Area yet. And the team is still running through the league right now. Podziemski, Hield, Kuminga, Moses Moody, Guy Santos, and Quinton Post all look like reliable and big-time contributors right now, despite being extremely young or having a rough season. Literally, all have hit massive strides since the trade deadline, and the question of if the Warriors have enough depth vanished, because clearly they do. It is absolutely terrifying how good the Warriors are right now, and to understand that the Warriors have the star power to get them through any series, as their stars are both proven and are feared across the league, it is not ridiculous to say the Warriors can win the title, as the major question mark was about the team being able to handle their deficiencies. Clearly they can, and this team is complete top to bottom. And with the Warriors having the terrors they have, they are the most terrifying team in the NBA, as they could make a push for the 3 seed. And the last time they were a 3 seed, well, it was 2022, and we all know how that ended for the Warriors. And that was the last time we counted them out to the extent we did this season. There has been a question or debate, whichever you want to call it, storming NBA media with the Lakers. It is who is their most important player. Many say Luka or LeBron, but right now it is Austin Reeves, because the run Reeves is on right now has made him look like the consensus best third option in the entire NBA. He is dropping 30 left and right and absolutely terrorizing opposing defenses, and if he continues this, there will be no answer to the Lakers offense. You know, Luka and LeBron are going to put up numbers, so if Reeves continues this, and let's be clear, Reeves is extremely talented to a point that a team's third best defender cannot check him unless the team has an elite defense with multiple top-level players. Many teams are not blessed with that luxury, so Reeves is going to get many favorable matchups, and if he is able to sustain this level of play, the Lakers' offense will be unstoppable, especially in a playoff series. So despite Luka and Brown being the clear best players on the team, I do agree with the statement that Austin Reeves is the most important player to the Lakers' success, because if he plays well, there isn't going to be much an opposing team can do to stop the Lakers. We know what we will get from the two premier stars, causing the level of importance to slightly go down when talking about who's the most important player on their team. And that's why I think Austin Reeves is the most important player on the Lakers. I'm fully convinced that the Pistons are going to get in at least one fight every round of the playoffs, because they basically have gotten into one every week of the season. This week it was with the Timberwolves, as we had 7 ejections, a legitimate scrap, fines, and suspensions. This had to be the funniest one yet, as Isaiah Stewart just wanted to show off the Detroit on his jersey to the crowd after getting tossed. I wanted to highlight this because the Detroit Pistons clearly have an identity, and it is the bad boy Pistons identity that they once had that led to so much success. Let's be honest, they might not be that great as an offensively skilled team, but they won't back down from anything, and they welcome the aggressive nature of the game. Rather, they embrace it. Also, since I don't think we talk about it enough, JB Bickerstaff, the reason he didn't work out in Cleveland long term was because the team did not embrace the identity. He thrives coaching. The Pistons do embrace that, and with that, we are getting a very successful and dangerous team in the East that plays with a chip on their shoulder and is going to cause some madness. OG Anunoby went on a little run this week where he averaged about 24 a game through the last 7 games. Shout out to him. Anthony Edwards' shot-making ability in the clutch has been ridiculous, and it showed this week. If he's going to hit daggers how he did in Philly this week, some teams are just going to be in a world of hell in the playoffs, to say the least, because my goodness, this shot-making is ridiculous. Anthony Davis has been back for the Mavs and killing it at that for them. Don't look now, but the Mavs are climbing the play-in ranks and are making a push for the 7 and 8 seeds with a week remaining. For your weekly awards, the MVP of Week 24 is going to have to be Stephen Wardell Curry. He was off the chain this week, and is a big reason why the Warriors are the center point of this week's episode of In Case You Missed It. Another reason the Warriors are being highlighted is because of the way Brandon Podziemski played as the surprise player of the week, as watching him all week just left me saying WTF. And with no surprise, the team of the week is the Warriors, as they went 4-0 against 4 good teams, making it a no-brainer. With an 0-3 week and many embarrassing moments, the Nuggets are your worst team of the week. As always, my updated power rankings are on the screen. Feel free to pause the video and check those out. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see last week's episode of In Case You Missed It, it is on the upper left, while my draft prospect rankings for the 2025 NBA draft are on the upper right. Y'all stay safe. Have a good one. Bye.